All right. Let everybody in. We're missing a lawyer. Who's the lawyer?
Laura Dollywell brought one thing. Or can you say Dollywell? These are good. Sorry.
There she is.
She's gonna pop on.
Oh, Claudia's slow to get on. You're the slowest though. We're waiting for the lawyer. She just popped her head in, so she's here. She get the bad internet. All right. All right. This is 1995702 2022 State of Texas versus Billy Dale Penny. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'll consider that for the purpose of this hearing. Did you want to call your client to testify? Can you hear us?
I can now, Judge.
Okay. Did you want to call your client to testify?
Just briefly, Judge, with regard to where he will be staying.
Mr. Penny, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Penny, could you notify the court or let the court know what your living situation will be when you are released?
Well, I can go to True Worth Place, Fort Worth, Texas. A second option, I believe, would let me in. They were going to let me in before when I was there, except that I tested positive at that time for COVID-19. And also,
And Mr. Penny, really quickly, I'm sorry to interrupt you. What is that place that you were going to go into?
they're homeless shelters.
Okay. And was there a specific one that you were looking at before you tested positive for COVID?
Well, the one in Fort Worth has let me in before.
Okay.
So that's definite. And I have pages of options that are given to me through Gateway Church here at the jail.
Okay. And Mr. Penny, if the court felt that it was appropriate, would you be willing to have an ankle monitor so that they can monitor where you are if you leave the county?
Sure, but I promise I'm trustworthy. I'm not going to run.
Okay, I understand that, but if that were to be ordered, would you be willing to do that?
Sure.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Mr. Penny, I know that you are homeless. Do you have the ability to get to and from court and to the ability to check in with Ms. Fox, who is the mental health coordinator?
Yes, ma'am. I have a phone and I can use the rapid transit system. I learned to ride those trains and buses.
And finally, Mr. Penny, do you have any income coming in? Do you get Social Security disability, anything like that?
SSDI, ma'am.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Does the state have any questions? You're muted.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else from the defense?
Defense rests and stayed for closed, Judge.
Anything else from the state?
Just like to read the criminal history into the record, Your Honor.
Okay.
In 1977, the defendant was arrested for burglary and sentenced to 3 years probation. In 1980, he was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm as a felon and sentenced to 1 year confinement. In 1984, he was arrested for indecency with a child and sentenced to 10 years TDC. In 2000, he was arrested for failing to register as a sex offender and sexual assault. And both of those cases were rejected by the DA's office. And then in 2020, he was arrested for criminal trespass, failed to ID, and terroristic threat against a public servant. He was sentenced to 21 days on a criminal trespass. The failed to ID was dismissed, and he served 75 days on the terroristic threat against a public servant. State rests and close.
Any argument from the state?
Due to his criminal history and due to the uncertainty of his plan, should he be released, we would oppose the motion, the PR bond at this time.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get you out and give you a shot at this. You've got to do what you say you're gonna do. Is there a mental health treatment provider set up?
Not that I'm aware of yet, Judge, but sorry, Tony.
That's okay. He is capable of going to Metro Care in Dallas and said that he would go there,
Okay.
but no inpatient, if that is your question.
Well, I mean, he needs to have some sort of treatment set up. If Metro Care is fine, but if he's gonna be living in Fort Worth, where would he get treated?
JPS. The original plan was that he would go to the bridge in Dallas. So if he is going to do Fort Worth, he'll need to go to JPS.
Okay. Mr. Penny, you understand that part of this bond is that you receive mental health treatment while you're out of jail. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I didn't, but I do now.
Okay. And so you're gonna be required to check in with Tony on a weekly basis, let her know what you're doing and where you're getting that treatment from. If you're not getting treatment or getting help from someone, you're probably gonna be in violation of your bond, okay?
Yes, sir.
You'll have to call Tony every week, let her know how you're doing, let her know where you are.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll have to come see me once a month to check
Okay.
in person with me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
See y'all.